What is up, YouTube? ZukiM1 here, and I am back with a brand new YouTube video. Today we are going to be covering my Machinedramon list. As per usual, we're going to go through the Digitamas, the rookies, the champions, and then the ultimates and megas. We do run some tamers and a few options. So without further ado, let's go ahead and get into the video. But one more thing before we actually do that, I wanted to mention that I did have a bit of a postpone to the Digimon content being uploaded onto the channel. The reason why was because A, I'm kind of waiting for 1819 to hit DCGO, and then B is, yeah, no, that's it. I'm just waiting for DCGO to update to the new thing. There's a few more decks that I got in the meantime while we wait for that to happen, but we won't be getting any new content from this until mid November. So know that we're not getting any new stuff for 1819 until mid November. So like November 13th or 14th or something like that, like in the middle of the month. It's gonna be a while, in other words. But I'm sorry, I just needed to get that out the way. Let's go ahead and start. So if you've noticed, our eggs are black. We are using the Duruman from BT7. It has the effect: when a card is added to the Digivolution source of this Digimon, draw one card. So Machinedramon does a really good job of being able to place things into your sources. Because it's able to do that, you can utilize the Duruman really well in this deck. Sometimes even better than the Alphamon deck itself, which is pretty interesting to say. But yeah, this is really good in Machinedramon. The other egg / rookie lineup that you can run is using purple. So you use a Megidramon, then use the Ukomons to search and grab your pieces, and then your Megidramon is the one that on deletion trash a level 5 Digimon from your hand to draw 2 cards. So it just works really well with this deck because you do run a high number of those. I personally like to build up the line up to the Machinedramon, but there is nothing wrong with running the Megidramon line instead. But I personally prefer to use the Duruman line. So we are running one copy of the Duruman from BT13. It has the effect: when attacking, if this has 4 or more Digivolution cards, draw 1. So similar but not exactly the same as his original egg, except this time you can gain more draws if you're able to unsuspend, because it's when attacking and it's not once per turn. So pretty good. Next, we are using 4 copies of the BT7 Duruman. The Duruman has the effect to search on play and grab a X antibody or a Coda. You're never going to use that effect. You're never going to use that effect. You are solely using this card strictly for its inheritable, which is your turn, once per turn. When one of your effects places a Digivolution card under this Digimon, gain 1 memory. That is exactly why you're using this. It's a great way to generate extra free value in your deck of basically being the Great Wall of China. So every single turn, once you get to your top end, you're going to always be able to trigger this effect once per turn off your Chaosdramon, or this Chaosdramon, or this Chaosdramon. Right, so you got a lot of different ways to be able to keep putting things into your sources to keep triggering this Duruman and this Duruman. So really great synergy in this deck, which is why I prefer to use the black base one over the purple one. Next, we are running 4 copies of the Locomon from BT16. Everybody should be pretty familiar with this card, but if you're not, once per turn when a card moves from the breeding area. Now, mind you, this is once per turn, so you cannot trigger this over again, which is why this card still is not banned or put to 1 like the other copy of the card. But yeah, When a card is moving from the breeding area, it's once per copy though. So if you have 2 Ukomons in the ready, you can trigger both of their effects. But when you move something from the breeding area, you can search the top 3 cards of your deck, and then you can either grab a Digimon or a Tamer and add it to your hand, and then place the rest at the bottom of your deck. Now you can grab one or the other. You cannot grab both, unfortunately. And then he lets you hatch a new egg in the breeding area to allow you to Digivolve again to give you even more draw power. So he gives you draw power, he gives you cycling, he lets you generate a lot of advantage really quickly in a deck that kind of needs the help to be able to search out his pieces, because Machinedramon does not have any real innate searching ability in the deck, which is why you absolutely must run Ukomons in your Machinedramon list, regardless if you're using the purple eggs or the black eggs. Next, we are running 1 copy of the promo Ukomon because it's still really good. When a card is moving from your breeding area, gain 1 memory and hatch a new egg. Real simple, straightforward. Which is why you run 5 eggs, because you will run through your eggs really fast in this deck. Well, in any Ukomon package, you will. Next, on to the champions. We are running 4 copies of the Greymon. It has the effect of when Digivolving and on play, trash 1 card in your hand to draw 2 cards. Very simple, straightforward. Just straight draw power. Really good. And then it has the it's always treated as a cyborg, so that's a rule. It didn't put, this is I think right before they started putting rule boxes to let you know they're always treated like this. But his rule is that he's always treated as a cyborg. So he does get to get tucked underneath with your Machinedramons and stuff like that. So pretty good. You don't run any other 4s, unfortunately. You really don't need to. As you know, Machinedramon doesn't really need to build a line. You can, which is why we're doing it this way, but you don't have to, right? So next, we're on to our 5s. The 5s are going to take up the bulk of the list. So we are running 3 copies of the Metal Tyrannomon. It has the effect: for each green or black tamer in play, suspend one of your opponent's Digimon. Then one of your opponent's suspended Digimons cannot unsuspend until your opponent's next unsuspend phase. And then it also has the which is the real reason why you run it. When this Digimon deletes an opponent Digimon in battle, trash the top card of your opponent's security stack. So when you're becoming the Great Wall of China, a lot of times people are going to try to sneak in rookies to deal damage. If you have 2 of these in your sources, that's trashing 2 cards off their security. So very powerful card. Obviously you won't be able to trigger it twice, like to put this in your source twice. You can only put 1 of each unique name, but one of the other ones can put it under there. So if you go Machinedramon, put this in the source, then go Chaosdramon and then put another copy of it, then that's good. Next we got the Metal Greymon. It has the effect: when Digivolving, de-Digivolve one of your opponent's Digimon, and then you can delete one of their 3k or lower DP Digimon. Pretty trash effect by today's standard, to be honest. But again, we're not running it for the when Digivolving effect. It's all about the inheritable, and the inheritable here is: while this Digimon has Dragonkin or Machine in its traits, it can attack your opponent's unsuspended Digimon. So this allows you to have basically a pseudo collision, which is extremely powerful in a deck that doesn't have any way to remove Digimon off your opponent's side of the board besides battle, essentially. So next, the Megidramon. Megidramon has the effect of: when Digivolving, delete one of your opponent's Digimon or Tamers with the play cost of 3 or less. Now that's extremely strong, because some of the most powerful Tamers in the game are 3 costs or lower. So popping those for free is really good, especially because the inheritable is: when attacking, If this is a machine or a dragonkin in trait, you can delete one of your opponent's tamers with the play cost of 3 or less. So you get both the when digivolving and the when attacking effect. So sometimes you might be tempted to want to go into this just because it does allow you to pop 2 tamers essentially if they have 2 3-cost tamers. Next, we got the other Megidramon. It has the effect of on play, reveal the top 3 cards of your deck and place 1 machine, cyborg, or SOC trait as this bottom Digivolution card and add such card to your hand and then trash the rest. When attacking, if it has a SOC tamer trait and Digivolution, delete one of your opponent's Digimons with the play cost of 3 or less, or a tamer. So as you can see, there's a lot of tamer hate in this deck, surprisingly. So you can get it from the Megidramon on this one or the Megidramon on this one. Then it has the effect of when attacking, digivolve one of your opponent's Digimon by 1. This prevents you from getting aced a lot of times, so it's very versatile. Then we are running the Locomon. Locomon has the effect of when an attack target is switched, reveal the top 3 cards of your deck. Place one Parasecmon or 1 level 5 or lower black Digimon amongst them to the bottom of the Digivolution card and trash the rest. All turns, when one of your Digimon's effects adds this Digivolution card to the bottom, you may Digivolve into his ultimate. But again, we're not playing it for that effect. We're playing it for the inheritable. And the inheritable is, it gives collision. So now you have 2 ways to be able to effectively do the exact same thing that you would have did before, which is running into your opponent's Digimon. So next, we are running 2 copies of the Chaosdramon from EX3. It has a doozy of an effect. I'll try to get through it as quickly as possible. Essentially, on play and when digivolving, you can place up to 3 level 5 cyborg, is it cyborgs or cyborgs in traits underneath this card from your hand and trash to the bottom Digivolution card, and then digivolve your opponent's Digimon by 1 for each card that you added into the source. If you put 3 in there, you can digivolve by 3. So that's really, really good. And then it has the effect of if this card was to be returned back to the deck or removed from the field by any other means other than your effect, you can trash 2 cards to prevent this card, 2 level 5s from this Digivolution source to prevent it from leaving play. So same stickiness that other Machinedramons are known for. Next, we got Chaosdramon X Antibody. It digivolves over Machinedramon or Chaosdramon for 2. It has the start of the main effect by placing one of your cyborgs or machines from your trash under this Digivolution at the bottom of the Digivolution cards, and now all turn this Digimon gains all effects of the card with Machinedramon and Chaosdramon in the name in this Digivolution card. So he has all their names and effects as well. And then once per turn, if this dude was to be deleted, you can trash the top card of your opponent's security. I don't think he has a card effect that prevents him from dying though. So, I mean from leaving play. So if you do get, well, he has the effects of these guys. So if you have a Chaosdramon or a Machinedramon that says that you can remove 2 cards from the sources, he also has their effects. So he can stick on the field, and if they try to delete him, either by battle or by card effect, you can trigger his effect to trash the top of their security. So a lot of versatility in this card, which is why you run 3 copies of it. The only other 3 copy 6 cost that you run is the EX1 Machinedramon, but we'll get there in just a few. One of the brand new cards that came out for Machinedramon is Chaosdramon from BT17. It has the effect of while you have a black tamer card from your cards from your trash may also be placed for this card's Digicross. Then on play / when digivolving, by placing 1 cyborg SOC trait from your trash as this Digimon's bottom evolution source. Delete up to 7 play costs total of your opponent's Digimons, and at all turns when this Digimon would leave the battle area by opponent effects by trashing 2 Cyborg / machines or SOC traits in this Digivolution card, prevent it from leaving. It also has the Digicross. So essentially you can get a cheap, like a super cheap Chaosdramon on your side of the board for essentially like 4 costs, because what's essentially going what you're going to do is you're going to utilize the Supreme Connection. Spoiler, we're going to get over this right now. I'm cutting ahead of the video, but sorry to interrupt today's video. I just wanted to make sure to give you guys a reminder to make sure to hit the like and subscribe button. You guys have been completely awesome with the amount of support that we have been receiving on the channel. You know, at the beginning of this month, we only had like 95 subscribers. Now we're all the way up to 134, and it's all thanks to you guys with your continual support. So I wanted to make sure that we continue to grow by reminding you guys to hit the like and subscribe button. I really do appreciate all of the love and support you guys have been showing, and I hope you guys enjoy the rest of the video. Peace. Supreme Connection has the effect to search the top 5 cards of your deck. You can add a Cyborg / machine to your hand and then trash 1, and then place the rest to the top of your deck in any order. Yeah. And then the following turn, you can trash this card to reduce the play cost of a level 5 or higher Digimon by Cyborg machine by 3. So the Chaosdramon costs 12. With this card, it reduces it by 3. So that's 9 already, right? Then he reduces it by 2 more for each of the cards that you put in the Digicross. So you can go 1 Machinedramon and 1 level 5 with Cyborg traits, and then that costs -4 for both of those, because it's 2 plus 2, so that's 4 plus -3. So you can play it for 5, basically. You can play it for 5. But that's still a 5 cost Chaosdramon that you just dropped, that you can then go into this Chaosdramon and then put more into the source again. So it's a reason why you don't run a lot of them, but you do still run it because it's still a really good card. Next, we are running the EX1 Machinedramon that has only on play by placing up to 5 level 5 red or black cards with Cyborg and its traits and different card numbers from your hand and trash in the Digivolution card. Gain 1 memory for each card placed. All turns, this Digimon DP can't be reduced. All turns, when this Digimon would be deleted, you may trash 2 level 5 Digimons in this Digimon's Digivolution to prevent it from being deleted. Now, it only has the effect of protecting it from deletion, not by removing it with an option or to bounce it back to the bottom of the deck. So, not the best into the fighter mode, but with the other effects like Megidramon, you can de-digivolve it to prevent it from being able to go into a fighter mode against you. So you do have that. Then next we have we covered everything. Then next we have the Machinedramon from BT11. It has the effect: reveal the top 5 cards of your deck and add 1 analog man amongst them to your hand, and add 1 card with Cyborg or machine and trait to your hand, and place the rest at the bottom of your deck in any order. And then or place it, so that machine that you can add, you can place it in the source. I didn't know that, actually. I'm gonna be honest, I didn't know that. And then trash the rest. So you trash the rest of it. So it's a great way to put the level 5s in your trash, so you can set up your trash to go into another Machinedramon. Then it has the on deletion by placing 1 analog man to the bottom of your deck. You can play a Machinedramon from your hand without paying the cost, which allows you to play this guy out for free. And then you can trigger its effect to gain back the 5 memory, potentially stealing an opponent's turn sometimes. So always remember that Machinedramon can steal a turn depending on how you sequence your effects. Next, the Man of the Hour, Analog Man. It has the effect: start of your main phase by trashing 1 level 5 with Cyborg in its traits from your hand. You gain 1 memory and draw 1 card. And during your opponent's turn, if they attack while you have a machine on your level 6 machine on your side of the board, you can tap this tamer to force them to have to attack into that. Now, because this is not giving you blocker, you don't have to worry about Greymon, Ace, or any other things that just pops blockers. And it also makes it another form of interaction to force them to have to get rid of your tamer over the Digimon itself. So pretty good in that regard. Definitely a must. Plus, you can trigger your Machinedramon effect to place the Analog Man back to the bottom of the deck to trigger their effects to play out Machinedramon for free. I already went over Cyber Supreme Connection. I'm gonna just go over the security effect, which is essentially the main effect. Reveal the top 5, take a card, trash a card, and then place the rest to the top of your deck in any order. And then the most important option in this deck, which is attack of the heavy mobile Digimon. So what it does is you trash 1 card with Cyborg or Machine in traits from your hand and have all level 6 Digimon with Machine and their traits gain Rush and Blitz for the turn. And what's cool about this is that it doesn't force you to have to do it that same turn. What I mean by that is when I activate this, I don't need a level 6 face up, nor do I need to play a level 6 before I play this. I can play this, then when a level 6 hit the board, it gains those effects, and then I can trigger the Rush and Blitz to a lot of times put the ending to the game. Because what you're essentially doing is controlling the game up until you finally get a chance to just like kill them. And this allows you to be able to do that. So yeah, that is my Machinedramon deck list. Hopefully you guys did enjoy today's video. If you did, make sure to hit me with a like and subscribe button. And yeah, you guys will be able to see the matches tomorrow, so try to look out for the recording for that, and I will catch you guys in the next one. Peace. Strong.